11 years of experience. Okay, yeah. So with over 11 years of industry experience, I have had a privilege of working with various colleges and universities, helping shape educational experience for students across the globe. Student recruitment is not just my job. It's my passion. I truly enjoy guiding students on their academic and career journey, ensuring they make the right choice for their future. And once again, thank you all for joining this session. It's a pleasure to be part of such a wonderful event with a distinguished audience. I'm excited to share insight and help you navigate your education opportunities. And today I have my colleague with me, Aika. Aika is our regional onshore manager. She based in Halifax, and she will present the presentation today, and I will shadow her. Again, if you have any questions, please drop in a chat box or just hold your question at the end of the session, and we will address each single question from your side. Just a quick overview about Oxford International. So Oxford International is a big organization, a big group. So we are providing, quality education across Canada, US, UK, and Australia. But today we will only talk about the Canada, particularly Halifax destination. Um, so Oxford International have three locations in Canada, which we call Oxford International Career Colleges. As I mentioned earlier, today we will only talk about the Halifax campus and the Halifax particular programs. So there we have in-demand career programs and which provides job-ready program designed to meet industry needs. And so we only have two programs. So just to give you a very quick overview about a regular college and a career college in Canada, what is the difference between those two colleges? Because there are many colleges. You can find community college, you can find a regular private college, you can find a career college, a public college. So I would like to um, uh, give you a difference between them. So if you compare a regular college with career college, the major difference you will find is a regular college offers academic and theoretical education, often leading to a degree program. Programs are usually 4 years or more in a regular college or public college, provides broad education with general courses like humanities, sciences, and a student may need additional certification or training before entering to the workforce. However, career college focus on practical job specific training designed programs for quick entry into the workforce and offers diplomas, certificates, and short-term programs, typically a few months to 2 years program at career colleges. And programs are tailored for high demand industries such as healthcare, business, IT, trade, early childhood education. So we don't have a long list of programs for you. So we only offer a in-demand programs, which is inside in the country. And we also emphasize on hands-on learning, internships, and industry connections for you. So our graduates can start working immediately in their chosen field with fewer prerequisites. So it's your job to decide which college is better for your career aspirations or for your education. So now I would like to hand over to my colleague Aikas, and she will cover the presentation. And again, I will shadow with her. Over to you, Aika.
Yeah, thank you so much, Osman. So let me first introduce the topics that we today we will cover. So of course, I will tell you about some information about this. Where is Halifax? What is it? Yeah. So of course, I will tell more details about two our programs that just Osman mentioned. Then of course we will focus on admissions requirements. So you need to understand very clearly, are you eligible for these programs or not? Yeah. So we will also in details. I will give you some kind of explanation. What is the application process? Because in Canada, um, private colleges and academic colleges, as Usman already mentioned, right? So we are a little bit different, yeah. And the application process is also like not as many of you might expect from in Canadian institutions. So, and we will cover some also questions about visa application process, yeah, and of course how these two programs can get you to permanent residence in Canada, yeah, and some kind of services that we how we support our students at Oxford International. So again,
Just sorry, just quickly
yep,
add here. So
yep,
please keep in mind, both Aika and myself, we are not an immigration expert. So whatever we will advise here, it's just our based on our experience, based on our student experience. Please keep in mind, any sort of immigration advice in this session is not related to the immigration. The approved RCICs. So
of course.
we will just share a brief pathway with you, like how you can navigate yourself towards the permanent residency in Canada through our program. All right. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, thank you so much, Osman. Yes, it's a very important um, very important notice. So as already was told to you that actually Oxford International, it's a pretty big organization. We are a global institution, and we have campuses in four top destinations for study and career and immigration. So we have campuses in the UK, in Canada, in the United States, and in Australia. So as you can see, we're very, very diverse, we can say. So when it comes to Canada, we understand that why a lot of people go to Canada. It's about quality education, of course, yeah, because education here targets in-demand jobs, first of all. Yeah, so this is why our career college is so successful. And of course, because it's safe country, right? And of course, you can build some kind of career and have some good life experience here, right? So this is why Canada is very, very attractive destination for many people in the world. Well, and let me focus more on Halifax, because Halifax is not so popular, maybe, yeah, like Toronto, for example, or Vancouver, because everyone knows Vancouver and Toronto. Let me show you some video about Halifax, and maybe you will have some kind of imagine some kind of image, yeah, about the city, or maybe you can Google it, yeah, or have some kind of YouTube videos as well. So I don't feel like maybe you can hear the sound, so I will do it without the sound, but I will speak about the city. As you can see, Halifax, it's a east coast, like for example Vancouver is on the west coast. Halifax is situated on the east coast. It's Atlantic Ocean. It's the biggest city in Atlantic Canada. As you can see, there is a very good transportation communication with, I think, with North America, with I don't know, Eurasia continent. So it's pretty good transportation. And the life is very dynamic. As I said, it's the biggest city in Atlantic Canada. So you can find here like a downtime lifestyle and also some kind of countryside lifestyle. So it's a very safe place to live. I've been living here for almost 3 years. I like the city very much. People are very nice. Community is very nice, very supportive. And the weather is like you can have like all 4 seasons. But I think the Halifax one of the warmest place in Canada to live. Very, very. I think we have very warm winters here. So a very nice summer. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So normally people
Mhm.
think Halifax is one of the coldest city, or
Oh,
Nova
not at
Scotia is the,
all.
but
Mhm.
this is not the case. It's more warmer, less colder.
Sometimes even warm. Sometimes it's warmer than Toronto. Yeah, I think in terms of weather. Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you so much, Usman, for your notice. Yeah. So as I said, yeah. So biggest city in Atlantic Canada, as you know, right now Atlantic Canada, the four provinces are maybe the most attractive in Canada because of some kind of future settlement here for for international students, for potential workers here. Yeah, and yeah, very dynamic place to work and to work and live and study, because it's also affordable city. I will show you at the end of this presentation what are the expenses you can expect to have if you come to live here. So let's go to our campus. Our Halifax campus situated like directly. You just saw, yeah, the picture first 4 pictures of the waterfront. Yeah, so we are at the waterfront. So this is kind of downtown there. So we have a very touristic and central location. So it's which is very good, because if you come to school, you must have like be capable to use all transportations that we have, right? So it's very convenient to get this place, because almost all buses, all other transportation, they come to this place. And
Sorry, let me quickly add one thing here, commute-wise. So
yes.
basically, Halifax downtown is across the ocean, so we have a ocean in between Dartmouth. Dartmouth is another city across the ocean, and Halifax is this way. So there is a ferry service. A lot of our students live in Dartmouth, and they use the ferry service. And the good thing is, the ferry terminal is right behind our building. The building you can see in this picture is that our campus. We don't have a full building. We have many floors. But the good thing is, commute-wise, if you are, for example, if you're not living in Halifax downtown, but you're living in Dartmouth, so it takes just 15 minutes on a ferry to come from Dartmouth to Halifax, and from terminal to campus, it's just a 1 or 2 minutes walk.
Absolutely,
Yes,
yes.
Aika.
Yeah, so thank you so much. There are some statistics. Oxford International, as you can see from the name of our college, yeah, we are purely international college. So we have a very diverse nationality mix. People from China, Middle East, Latin American countries, Brazil, Europe, Southeast Asia countries, like from all over the world. You can meet people, and it's very interesting, I guess, and exciting to have people when you study with different kind of students, right? Yeah, as I said before, it's a walking distance.
I think, Aika, you missed the African region in there. So
Yes, of course.
we have majority of students from Africa, and specifically from Nigeria.
Yes.
So you can say nearly 50% our classrooms are filled with Nigerian students, and we have many success stories. So apologies for missing that information on that
Yeah,
slide.
sorry. Yeah.
So it's worth mentioning here.
Yes, of course, because most of our students for career college, right, they are from Nigeria. Yeah, and now we are increasing our nationality mix, diversity. So I think now it's also very exciting to study right now at our career college. But because we also like a language school as well, so this is why like you can meet a lot of different people from different kind of countries. And here you can see, maybe you can think about, oh, how old our students, right? So here on the right corner you can see the age of our students. So again, so very diverse population, young students and very adult with families. So you will be comfortable at our college in terms of age, because we have families, we have married people, we have people with kids, we have people without kids, like all the ages, and all like very friendly environment, very supportive staff. So I think
Yeah.
you will be
And
very comfortable.
on average, in our career college class, the age of the student is between 30 to 35. So this is on average. So we have more mature students. And also for our program, particularly for CCA and ECE program, the minimum age requirement is 19 years. So if you are under 19, so most likely we will not accept your application. And the maximum age we accept is 53. So from 19 to 53, if you are in that age bracket, so feel free to apply any of each program, CCA or ECE. Yes, so let's discuss about the accommodation quickly, Aika. So we do have
Mhm.
accommodation options as well for all of our students. So we have a separate slide for accommodation and we will show you at the end of the presentation. Okay, quickly move on to the program,
Mhm.
please. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So let's start with continuing care assistant program because it's our first program that we launched in our college. So what is continuing care assistant is? Yeah. So first, it's some kind of maybe first level of medical personnel who takes care of elder people. In Canada, there is a very high demand, especially in Nova Scotia in Atlantic Canada. There is a very high demand of for people who need to work in long-term facilities. As you can see here from statistics, yeah, 80% of long-term facilities are running short of necessary staffing. And yeah, because almost 30% of population in Atlantic Canada are seniors, yeah, elder people. So of course there is a need, like we need a lot of people who can take care of this pensioners, yeah, retired people. Well, and if you take continuing care assistant certificate programs, yeah, so in this field of job, you can be a continuing care assistant. This is how it's officially called, this job. Also, you can work as an occupational therapist assistant. You can work as a home support worker, yeah, and or personal support worker. So there are different kind of titles of this kind of job, but the main point is, yeah, so you must have a educational background as a continuing care assistant certificate. So you can see also the average salary now for CCA program in Nova Scotia is 42,000 Canadian dollars. It's annual, it's a year contract. Okay, it's not like monthly or something like that. So, but it's some kind of average. I think that because in Nova Scotia we just recently increased our minimum salary per hour, so I think that you can expect that when you come and study after graduation and if you successfully get your job offer, so you can expect that you can see maybe higher salary, right? Next, as I said before, yeah, so four main benefits why continuing care is so popular and very promising job here in Nova Scotia, especially. First, because again, yeah, lack of people who need in the field. So we need, like, desperately need people here. Next, Nova Scotia, they intentionally opened a special stream, immigration stream. It is called Provincial Nominee Program for International Graduate in Demand, exactly for this job as well. This job is included in this kind of under this immigration stream, as you can see. Yeah, so Nova Scotia government is very welcoming international students who agree and come here to study CCA and become a part of the community. Yeah, this is how they can reward you. Yeah, if you, of course, if you meet all the immigration requirements for that. Yeah. Next, let me. So, what if you maybe you don't have some kind of picture? Yeah, what is a job? Yeah, so you can see from the slide what you need to do as a CCA. Yeah, because sometimes people go for this job or go for this program only because they want some kind of yeah, to be honest, immigration. Yeah, but we need to understand that CCA program and our next program that I will talk about, they require some kind of commitment, of course, and dedication. And because this work related to vulnerable sector of people, yeah, like retired people, elder people, of course, you must be some kind of very prepared physically and mentally for this job. So here, you for example, you need to meet to have some morning shifts. Yeah, maybe you will have some night shifts, day shifts. You will have to maybe suffer from some kind of some kind of mental stress, yeah, because you work with very vulnerable people as well. So yeah, you must think about work-life balance. Are you prepared for that? So these kind of expectations you can have from CCA, and also I will be like a little bit, maybe it's a little bit earlier, but one of our application process step is CCA screening interview. So during this interview, our interviewer will check, like during your during interview, they will check if you are like aware about this job. Are you ready? Yeah, so you must be like very
Yeah,
aware about.
technically in the interview process, we just want to ensure whether are you passionate about this program and this position, because this is, as Aika mentioned, this is very, uh, I mean, demanding job. So, in simple words, you are helping a person who cannot do their daily routine. For example, they cannot walk, they cannot eat, they cannot change their dress. And I mean, as you can see, examples of daily tasks here. So you are just, for example, helping residents to get dress, prepare their meals, giving them the medicines, and like the same way, for example, in your house, if you're taking care of any of your person at your house, maybe your father, mother, but in this job, you're doing it professionally. You're learning all those techniques, skills through this program, and also, socialize with them. Sometimes, if you are working with them in their own house, because there's a different variety of jobs. So there are long-term care centers where you go, you find hundreds of beds, and you're taking care a couple of patients. But there are other ways of also supporting community. Maybe if someone is having their own house in Halifax and they don't want to go to long-term care center, so you can go to their place from day to evening or evening to night, whatever shifts they want. So you can help them in their daily routine, cook for them, give them maybe you can go with them for a walk. So this is your job actually. And this is very demanding and committed role you are doing. So that's why we conduct interview, to make sure at the end of the program, or maybe when you go for the work placement, at that time you go say, oh no, it's very hard, I cannot do that, I'm not capable of doing such jobs. So that's why we conduct interview and ensure you are passionate, you are committed to serve our community. So that's the purpose of the interview. This is a very niche program.
Yes.
This is not a normal program. You're not selecting a regular program in Canada. So because this is in demand, international students can come here, work, settle, and study, work, and settle in Canada. So move on to the next part, Aika. So next slide is about the program details. I will cover this quickly. So the program is fully in person. So if you're expecting this will be hybrid or online, no, we are only in-person program. The duration of the program is 26 weeks, ideally 6 months. And the credential you will receive certificate. The good thing is we have intake every second month. Here you can see the last intake was in this month, March 3rd. And now the next available intake is May 5th. We have July, August, September, and November. So you're not missing anything. So for example, if you're planning in this year, so either you can choose August, September, November, according to your, availability. In terms of the numbers, we have a tuition fee. Total tuition fee is $21,000. That includes the application fee, tuition fee, uniform fee, co-op fee. Everything is included. College will not charge you any additional or hidden charges. I know these things happen in Canada a lot, but we are very committed. Whatever we are quoting to you, you have to pay that amount. I know a lot of people will ask about the scholarship. This is the very common and important questions comes from the student side. We do have scholarship for our African Nigerian students. You will get maximum $5,000 scholarship. If you are inside Canada, then the scholarship amount will be $5,500. And again, this is again up to. Do not expect you will get a full award, but in most of the cases, we allocate the maximum scholarship award. So if you are in Nigeria, once again, $5,000 up to $5,000. If you are in Canada, then it is $5,500, just a $500 difference for students already inside Canada. So this will reduce your fee to 15,500 to $16,000. Okay, move to the next part, please. What to expect from the CCA program? Yeah, so basically we provide 100% work placement support. This program is having a work placement, which is a mandatory part of your program, and that is from where you will get your all, um, your experience, whatever you study, whatever you learn in the skills lab, you will go in the field, implement all your skills there. So we ensure 100% work placement, and we organize that for you. And also you will receive a unique blended training that combines again technical and essential skills. So you are career ready. So you don't need any additional training once you graduate. And by the graduation, you will be prepared and confident to take the required CCA exam. So in the next slide, we will discuss about the exams as well. But I would like to share your journey, like how 26 weeks works. So we divide this into 4 segments. So from week 1 to 11, you will study a theoretical knowledge in the class with our supervisors, with our registered nurses, and then you have a clinical placement in the college. So clinical placement will be under the supervision of our registered nurses and supervisors. There we have mannequins. We have nearly six beds. So you will go there in the lab. You will perform your duties under the supervision of our supervisors and nurses. And then for those 2 weeks, you will be stay in the lab and then come again into the class from 15 to 21 weeks. And afterwards, the mentorship placement, which I was talking about, the co-op placement, which I was talking about, the 100% placement. So there you will go to in the field now. So you will do mentorship placement in the home care settings. I think the same thing we discussed earlier. Like if you're working, if someone need in you in their home to support them, so you will go into the home care settings. And then the third one, it will be the mentorship placement open. So here you can apply entry level technical and essential skills in home care settings, long term cares, and acute care. So here you are finding 3 different variety of experience in this third placement of your internship. So and afterwards you will be graduate. So most likely in the past, when we started this program 3 years ago, in our first couple of batches, students got a job offer during the placement. So, for example, if I'm working with ABC Healthcare, and that healthcare is a long-term care facility, and before finishing my work placement, they offer me a job, a real job, full-time job. And this happened in the past. It's still happening, but now it's very competitive. It's still happening. So it's not like the jobs are not there. There's a lot of jobs, but now it's very competitive. So it's your luck. And please keep in mind, our student did mistake in this area. When they go for the work placement, they take it for granted. They take it very normal process. This is not a normal placements. This placement will turn your career. How? Because the mentors in which you are working with, they are monitoring you every single day, and this is unpaid. So, in simple words, mentorship every day is your interview process. So they will note down what time you come in, what time you're going out. Are you taking care of the patients? Are you not using your phone on duty? Are you not sleeping extra time during your break time or lunch time? So, I mean, that's why our students secure the job during the placement. So please be attentive. Keep in mind when you are going for the placement that you are under, you know, invigilation every single day. And if you want to secure your job, you have to do it very vigilantly. And then you will graduate. This is how CCA program works. Okay, next. I think we covered that already. So
Yes, we
move on
already
to the
talk
next slide.
about
Yeah, so
uh,
this is important. So Aika, you can cover this, please. Yeah.
Yeah, so continuing care assistant program is not just about the studies, of course. So to be eligible to work, I mean, yeah, officially in the long-term care facilities, yeah, or for other providers, you have to be examinated. You have to have like Nova Scotia certification, yeah. And so there are 3 days per year when you can take this test, and which is great. We already included one fee, like there is an exam fee, yeah, 200 Canadian dollars. So we already included this fee in your tuition fee. So one attempt, like already included in your package, right? But and I can say that statistically, most of our students, they usually successfully pass examination like for the first attempt, because the program is really strong, and if you attend our classes and you study hard, so you will cover everything. However, there are also 3 maximum times. If you, for example, if you are not successful in your first attempt, you have 2 more attempts, but it will be paid from your pocket money. Okay. So yeah, and yeah, you should be very attentive, yeah, and should be very careful. And
Yeah, and just let me add one more thing here. So, college will do their own assessment and exams, and this is an additional exam, and this is a government official exam.
yeah.
After that, you will become a certified CCA in Canada. So same like a certified nurses, same like certified pharmacists, certified doctors. So you will be also a certified CCA after pass this exam, and this exam will come from your the same modules you will study in the class. So nothing is coming outside of the box. So if you attentively attend your classes, your practicals, your internships, so you will definitely pass this exam. Our success rate for this exam in the first attempt is nearly 78%. So which means if 100 students enroll for this exam after the graduation, so 78 students passed and the remaining pass in the second attempt. So no one goes to the third attempt until unless if they are careless, if they are not considering this himself or herself in the career of CCA. So it's a separate scenario. Yeah. So again, as Aika mentioned, the exam fee is included in your tuition fee. You don't need to pay anything. The college will send your name to the governing body and you will be enrolled in the program, and that is online. So I think we also covered this one, 100% placement,
Yes.
but we only
Yep.
left with the tuition fee guarantee. So this is
Yes.
very interesting part, everyone. I think I would like to share this
Agree.
with the audience. So have you ever heard about any college in this world or university give you a money back guarantee of your program? I'm sure you'd never heard of any college, but at Oxford International, we are giving you a money back guarantee. So you can see the terms and conditions below. There's a lot of terms and conditions you have to fulfill in order to get a money back. So what we are committing here, so we are committing here because the high demand in the province, high demand in the city, a lot of job opportunities. This is part of the immigration stream program. So from the government side, from the college side, this is a very wonderful program for international students, which allows them to settle. So what we are doing, no, and another thing is not even a single college in Halifax giving you this guarantee. However, they are offering similar program, but their program is not like us because we have a 100% graduate employability rate. So which means employers are extremely happy to offer jobs to our student. as compared to other colleges in Halifax. So here you can see quickly you have to maintain your attendance, which is very, very important. So you should maintain nearly 75% attendance throughout the program. Also, you can see here you have to pass every single module with 70% or above in all areas, both written and practical. Also, we should receive a satisfactory report from the work placement providers. Earlier, I was talking about please be attentive when you go on the work placement because they are monitoring you. So they send us the report as well. Once you complete your placement, they send us a report. If your report is negative or not appropriate according to the standard, so I mean, you are not fulfilling the requirement of this guarantee. Also, you have to attend minimum 3 job interviews. Please keep in mind, college will not organize any interview of job. This you will find out by yourself. But on the other hand, college will give you a support in terms of if we now there is a job in different for example in ABC XYZ healthcare center, so we will share that with our student. Okay, apply there, go and attend the interview. So college will not support you, or I mean we are not trying to schedule your interview on your behalf. No, college is not taking that responsibility but providing you a platform. Also, you have to successfully pass the provincial exam. In the previous slide, we discussed about that exam. So you have to pass that, and which you are able to take up to three times. So this is how we are committed with our students. So this is an additional peace of mind for you, like the money you are spending with us or with that particular program. This should be a return on investment. Okay, move to the next part, please. Okay, perfect. So this is another program we have. This is a diploma. CCA is a certificate. This is a diploma program. It's slightly longer than CCA. And this is also in demand in Halifax. So when we say in demand, which means this program is officially approved from the immigration uh, in which you can apply for the provincial nominee program stream. So this is the International Graduate in Demand Stream program under the provincial nominee program. So you can simply apply after graduation, the nominee program, if you're having a job offer, and most likely you will get a job offer. So you just need a job offer at the end of the program. So we will cover that part into the next slide, but just quickly give you an overview about the what is in demand program. So early childhood education is will be very, very high demanding program across Canada, but especially in Nova Scotia. Why? Here you can see by 2026, the Nova Scotia government will open thousands of new childcare spaces as part of the Nova Scotia Canada-wide Early Learning and Childcare Agreement. So this agreement was begin in 2023. And this is a 3 years agreement with the federal government or the provincial government of Nova Scotia. So far, nearly 6,000 childcare centers already opened in Nova Scotia, and still nearly 3,000 left. So, which means by 2026, next year, I mean, for example, if you choose this program today and you will be graduate next year, so you will find a job ready market. You don't need to work hard to find a job because that is the government plan to, I mean, to provide you a platform for your career opportunities. So, which means the job will be 5-star rated in the next couple of years. Okay, next, please. So once you graduate, you will receive a level 2 certificate. So the maximum level for early childhood educators are level 3. So there are 3 levels. So if you've done a certificate, you will get a level 1. If you've done a diploma, you will get a level 3. If you've done a degree, you will get a level 3. And you can work as early childhood educator, day home consultant, childcare assistant, something like that. And the average income per year. So in Canada, we always quote income per year, not per month. So it's $49,000 to $51,000 per year. And it's a very handsome salary in Halifax, Nova Scotia. So how you will get a level three? If you have a bachelor's degree, so and that bachelor's degree is when you go get your evaluation from WES. WES is an organization in Canada which evaluates your credential according to the Canadian standard. So if you got the your Nigerian bachelor's degree is equivalent to a Canadian bachelor's degree, and you are studying this program, once you graduate, you will get a level two. And on the other hand, if you have that evaluation, you can submit that evaluation along with your level two certificate to the governing body, and they will directly give you a level three certificate, which is amazing, right? You don't need to give any exam or anything. The degree could be in any field, could be in history, could be in education, in mathematics, in science, in engineering, whatever, it doesn't matter, but it should be equivalent to a Canadian bachelor's. And in level three, the annual income is starting from $55,000 per year. So yeah, next one, please. Yeah, it's the same program as CCA. It's in demand. I think we already discussed, and this is part of the Nova Scotia Provincial Nominee Program as well. Almost the same work routine, daily routine, but here you are dealing with kids. So both are the extreme ends. In CCA, you are dealing with seniors, and here you are dealing with juniors. So you have a very strong mental health. You have a very you need to you should be a very calm person if you're dealing with such students or children or elderlies. So you will obviously foster learning through storytelling. I mean, I'm sure you all have maybe you all have kids, or in your family you have niece, nephews. So you all, I think we all done that job, but we done that is randomly, not professionally. But here you're doing professionally. You're telling them story, also playing a music with them, play in the ground, some drama plays. So you are also encourage children's how like while eating you have to wash hands. Like that's you are a mentor of the kids in the school. So this is a very, very in demand job. um, and also it's very interesting if you have interest in that. And please keep in mind, a lot of students ask us, oh, is this job is for men as well? The mindset is for early childhood educator is only female can do that. No, it's we have a lot of men's in that field. And if you have interest, it's a very nice field. So what you can do once you have a level three or even level two, and once you become a permanent resident, you can run your own child care centers. As an entrepreneur, you can run. So there's one student. I know her. She's from Nigeria. She's 26. She studied this program, not from our college, but I know she's from the other college, but she's in Halifax. So she studied the similar program, and currently, she's a permanent resident, to be honest. So now currently she's having three childcare centers in Canada. And from one childcare centers, she's earning nearly $15,000 per month. So from three, she's earning $45,000 per month, and she's just 26. So again, this is very in a good field, very in demand field. If you have interest, definitely go for it. Next, please. Um, just a slight difference. Again, we have a rolling intake here. So in first month, we have CCA, second month, we have ECE, third month, we have CCA, fourth month, we have ECE. So back and forth, we have intakes for both programs. And the only difference in this program is the duration, 50 weeks, and diploma. And the tuition fee remain the same. Scholarship is same for all onshore and offshore students. Next. I think we covered this already. And yeah, so This program is also part of the placement. We have placement in this program. So we partner with the daycares and pre-primary program providers in Nova Scotia as part of the ECE program. So, what you will student will be mentored and supervised during the practicum placement, and also student may be even offered an ECE position before the completing the program. Same concept as CCA. So placement is very, very important. Most likely you will get a job offer from the schools, from the daycares, or wherever you are going for the placement. Next, please. So this is how your journey will look like in ECE. So we divided that into 8 categories. So 8 segments. So first, so in 8 segments, there are 4 placements. So four study segments, 4 placement segments. So the first 2 placement you can see here, the first 8 weeks you will spend in the class, and then for a couple of weeks you will go for the first placement, and then again come back to the classes and go for the second placement. So the first 2 placement is all observation. So you're going into the school, interacting with children, getting comfortable with them. Then in the second play observation, it's in here you will start implementing or implementing activities, getting more comfortable with the kids, playing with them. So the first 2 observations are slightly different with each other, but it's an observation phase. And then you have the third practicum, and the fourth one is fully integrated. So here you will become, I mean, you're doing your own working style with the kids, giving them a task, working with the approved early childhood educator in the school. And then again, most likely you will get a job offer. Next. So in this program, in CCA, we discuss you have to give the exam for CCA to become a certified. But here the case is different. You don't need to give any exams. You will get some additional certificates. So additional certificates includes standard first aid, occupational health and safety, food safety, and on top of that, you get 2 more additional certificate, which is COSP, and then we have the pyramid model of consortium. The pyramid model of consortium is about trauma-informed care to learn how to understand child's lived and other issues. So these certificate will definitely help you to understand the issues at the workplace with the kids, how to handle them, how to support them, how to motivate them. So this is all related to your job, and this is very useful. Next, please. Yeah, I think we discussed this already. How do you get the level 3? So this is a chart. You can see here the difference of the salary range, the difference of the employment opportunities in level 3 and level 2. So you can take a screenshot if you want. So this is very helpful. So here you can see again, if you have a recognized bachelor's degree, you will get a level 3 ECE classification from the local body. Yeah, bonus membership here as well. So you will get a bonus membership from Essence, which is something only OICC, Oxford International Career College diploma program provides. And the following are included as part of your membership. So you can access all the professional development and networking events in under that membership. Also, you can attend some early childhood education conferences at the discounted rate. Additionally, your tuition also include a membership of lending library. So you don't need to buy any toys, material, books for the kids. You can just simply lend from the library. And once you finish your job with the kids or finish the class, you can return to the library. So you don't need to buy anything. So that is also included. So again, we provide 100% work placement support, 100% tuition fee guarantee with same terms and conditions. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, same.
The same conditions for EC tuition fee guarantee, the same that Usman already explained you before for CCA program.
Yes, Aika, you can cover next, please. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes. So I will continue. So why we are so successful? Of course, because we have strong instructors. Of course, we have very, very strong curriculum. And employers, they know that our students are very strong in this kind of sphere, right? Because they have a good knowledge and skill. And also, you know that employment skills are very, very important, especially when you come from another country, yeah, and you come to Canadian employment market. So you must be very, very like well prepared, yeah, for this kind of employment process. So this is why we also support students with Career Academy Canada project. So as soon as you join our program, CCA or ECE, you will be automatically join this kind of this project program that helps you to like we will improve your career, we will help you to improve your career writing skills, to do some kind of networking even, yeah, so in the field, yeah, in the Nova Scotia, for example, province. Next, you will have some professional career development tools, so you will have our all support. So this is how we can improve your how to say great opportunities that you can secure your job before you graduate, right? So which is very important for you in terms of your next steps, right? So let me I already saw the while we're speaking, Usman, I tried to do some answer Q&A job, and I noticed some kind of questions already about admissions process. And let me please guys be very careful right now because it's very important, because if you are international students, of course you must be very careful and very detailed with the admissions process. So you will not make any mistakes, you will not miss any documents and steps, okay? So
Yeah,
first,
so here, sorry,
mhm,
Aika. I
yeah,
think here they don't need to worry about it because Skynet
okay,
Consults will
yes,
provide
okay,
them a full
good,
support in terms of
mhm,
application process. They are aware, but you can just quickly
mhm,
cover
yeah.
like what are the steps so everyone knows. Yeah.
Absolutely, yes, yes. Skynet is our official partner, so of course they will help you a lot with all these kind of steps. However, you need to know like general steps. Yeah, we have an online application where you submit the documents. Then you will receive your first initial conditional offer. You must check it very carefully. Yeah, that you have like correct name, correct dates, other, so you can check remaining
Yeah.
conditions. So
So
it's
Aika,
kind of.
what's the
Mhm.
time frame of issuing the conditional letter? Can you tell me?
Within 48 hours. As soon as you submit application, within 2 days, you
It's
will
very
get
quick.
your, yeah, yeah. Our admissions teams, they work 24 hours per 7. So you can even expect that you can receive this kind of letter of condition even during weekend. Yeah. So just check your email. After that, you pay application fee. The first payment that you are doing, it's application fee. If you need a provincial attestation letter, it application fee is 1,000 Canadian dollars. You already saw it, yeah, in our slides. Yeah, so you had this kind of details. Then you will go after payment. You will have, as we already mentioned many times, you will go to CCA screening interview or ECE screening interview. So the point is to understand that you are suitable for the program. If it's successful, nice. So you will be eligible to have a scholarship. As we already said, it's up to 5,000 Canadian dollars for students, and those who are inside Canada, 5,500 Canadian dollars. Then, as soon as this is successfully allocated, you good to go to pay tuition fee deposit. Tuition fee deposit is 10,000 Canadian dollars. And then you will finalize all the other required documents to get your letter of acceptance and provincial attestation letter. So as I said, so provincial attestation letter, this is kind of new document which was introduced last year by IRCC, Canadian government. So this is for all international students who apply for study permit. As soon as it's done, you go to apply to submit your study permit application. Yeah, and yeah.
Just one more thing
That's
I
it.
would like to
Mhm,
add here in
mhm,
regarding the payment method. So
mhm.
please keep in mind we only accept payment through Flywire. So you can pay through Flywire, which is more faster and secure platform, and we do not accept bank transfer. So once we issue you the offer letter, you will find all the information on the offer letter, the payment link, how to submit the documents, and I think we're going to cover in the next slide as well. So please bear in mind, we only accept online payment through Flywire, and everything is online. You don't need to send any hard copies or any forms or any documents to us through email. So that's Skynet responsibility, and they are aware about the process. So please feel free to submit your applications to them, so they will process as soon as possible. Well, just last thing, I can mention the moment you submit your application, the turnaround time for issuance the conditional letter is maximum 48 hours, but 90% we issued a letter in 24 hours. So it's very fast. All the processes are very fast, but we need to verify your documents at the time of issuance the PAL. So without PAL, you cannot process your visa, and the college will issue that PAL to you upon receiving the financial documents, your bank statements, your statement of purpose. So it should be legit. We have seen a lot of fraudulent documents unfortunately, from African regions. So we are vetting our compliance is very strict. So we need to ensure like all documents are legit before issue that PAL. So at that point, sometimes application got stuck because we are verifying every documents. But again, I'm sure Skynet is a professional organization. They are aware about that process, and they will definitely mitigate the deadline or back and forth communication from your end. Perfect. So next, please.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I also had admission questions about admissions requirement. Yeah, so please, so now you can see, right? So first, so minimum educational background that you need to have for CCA or ECE program is high school education. So if you graduated from high school education, you have certificate, you have transcript. So it's so you at least you are
Right.
eligible in terms of
Yeah,
education.
for Africa, for Nigerian, we ask WAC pin. So you can also submit that as well. So if you even have a bachelor's or master's, so still you can apply. The minimum qualification is high school, plus the minimum age is 19.
Yes. Also, of course, in terms of English, yeah, I know that you can see that in the blue, in the blue color, you can see that some countries are exempt from this kind of entry requirements. Yeah, for example, Nigeria, India, Philippines. Yeah. So on our website, and Skynet also can help you to check if your nationality, your passport country, is exempt from this kind of English requirements. However, for example, I don't know if we have students from Cameroon, for example, also African country, but for example, they are required to provide English requirements, and you can see here. So we take as an example very popular academic IELTS test, 6.0 at all bands. As you can see, it's a little bit challenging, maybe high, but because the program is also challenging, it's a healthcare program or childcare program, very specific terminology, etc. So you must have a good English, and then because it's a communication related job, right? So we also have some kind of we have alternative tests as well. So don't worry, not only IELTS accepted, but also other tests. Again, it depends on your nationality, your passport country, where did you study. Also, if someone of you maybe studied, I don't know, had experience of 2 years education in Canada, in the United States, in Ireland, I don't know, New Zealand, Australia, United Kingdom. So we accept this as a replacement of your English requirements. But sometimes just a little bit notion that what I've noticed from my experience, if you graduated like many years ago, like over 10 years ago, sometimes admissions, of course, they will raise some kind of concern, or maybe you are not using English very much right now, so maybe they will have some more questions, and they will ask like evidences that maybe like at least some your job is related to you using your English skills. So just for your information. Also, you can see that because these jobs are connected to vulnerable sectors, right, working in healthcare or childcare. So, of course, you will be required to have some kind of criminal record check. For example, if you reside in your country, not in only Canada, you will have some kind of documents from your authorities, right, in your country. So we also need a medical health certification as well. So you will see these kind of requirements, as we mentioned before, from conditional offer letter. So it's some kind of guidelines. You just look at that, and you will have a list of all remaining conditions. You just need to check it and submit the remaining conditions. Okay. And let me show you the list of documents that you can prepare like in advance if you want to have like very fast and smooth application process, right? So first, please check that you have valid passport, high school certificate and transcript, English proficiency proof, or maybe you're exempt from this kind of requirement because your past home country is exempt. Next, for early child education, we also require 2 references if from your relatives, friends, or maybe last employers who can prove that yes, you have some kind of childcare related experience, minimum 25 hours. Yeah, so it's not very difficult, right? Application fee, be prepared financially because this is the first payment that you will make after receiving conditional offer. Then documents that after interview you will submit also, like medical examination certificate, police record check from your countries. About medical examination, yeah, maybe you are confused where to get it. So there are actually 2 options. If you understand that yes, I'm planning to apply for study permit, it's okay. From my experience and Usman's experience, yeah, from our college, our admissions team, they accept upfront medical examination that you can do for study permit applications. Also, if you understand, oh no, I don't want to do this kind of upfront medical examination for study permit application, it's okay to go to some kind of clinic, and there are services, a lot of services, yeah, when you can do medical check, yeah, so and get your certificate. Just be careful, just check that it's in English. If it's not in English, just please translate it into English. Well, then before you can submit your study permit application, and as it was mentioned before by me and Usman, yeah, you need 2 documents. It's letter of acceptance and provisional attestation letter from our college. Those 2 main documents that help you to technically submit your study permit application. Yeah, and also our programs they include mandatory work placements, right? So in fact, you apply for study permit together with co-op work permit. Well, so for that purposes, to get this kind of final documents from the college, you need statement of purpose, proof of funds, resume, and tuition fee deposit 10,000. So I want to highlight statement of purpose. Statement of purpose, this is what you will submit when you submit your study permit application. Yeah, it's a kind of part of your visa documents. So also because PAL and LOA, they are main parts of your study permit application, we do require you to submit drafts
Yeah, I
of this
think
also.
I believe Skynet have
Good.
OICH on their panel, so
For
I think
sure. Oh, cool.
they can guide them much better than
Yes.
us.
Yeah,
So
yeah, of course,
just a
of course.
brief overview, like what we need,
Mm-hmm.
and so again, so if you are applying from Nigeria, so the application fee is 1,000, plus you have to pay $10,000 tuition fee. So your fee after scholarship will be 16,000 in total. So out of 16, you will be paying 11,000 in advance, and the remaining fee you will pay in installments. If you are in Canada, the application fee is same 1,000, but for students inside Canada, we are asking them to pay $350, which is non-refundable fee. So in your case, for example, if you're in Nigeria and your visa refused, or for example, we refused you in the interview process. So you will get your out of 1,000, you will get $650 back. So 350 is our non-refundable fee, and we are charging this non-refundable fee to the students inside Canada just to give them a bit flexibility of mode of payment, as well as they will pay the $5,000 in initial deposit of the tuition fee, as compared to the students in Nigeria, they are paying 10, and the students inside Canada, they are paying 5,000. So it's slightly different, but you can always check with us, and it will be mentioned on your offer letter as well. So you don't need to worry about, but still, if you have any confusion, always reach out to Skynet or to us. So we will definitely help you out. So move to the next part, please. Yeah. Yeah, this is where I will quickly cover this. I think we have a limited time now, and we have to address Q&A as well. So, as I mentioned earlier, this is part of the International Graduate in Demand stream plus provincial nominee program. So this is how the route works. So once you graduate, I think I also mentioned, like, most probably you will get a job offer during the work placement. So for example, if you got a job offer during the work placement, so your second step from in this journey will become your first step, right? Because you're getting the job offer before graduation. So if you have those two documents in hand after the graduation, you have the graduation certificate plus the job offer in hand, then you can simply apply the Nova Scotia nominee program under International Graduate in Demand stream. And once you apply, again, you can see here, approval is not guaranteed because college is not holding that process. This is the immigration matter now. But in majority of the cases, like 90% or above, student got the approval from PNP within 24 hours to 6 weeks. So recently a lot of students got approval in 24 hours, less than even 24 hours. So these days they are processing is very fast because they know the sensitivity or in demand in Nova Scotia, Halifax. So they are approving quickly, as long as you have a valid job offer and graduation certificate. Once you got approval, you can go to your workplace, inform your employee, I got an approval. So they will allow you to work. However, you don't have a work permit in hand, but they will allow you based on the approval letter, approval from the immigration. But at the same time, you will apply your so your work permit. This will be a closed work permit. Closed work permit means you can only work for me. If I'm the employer, I offer you a job, you can only work for me. You cannot work for any other organization. And that is called closed work permit. So students, those who are already in Canada, having a postgraduate work permit and still struggling with the PR or still struggling how to settle in Canada, they only left with one option of closed work permit. Because once you get the PGWP, that is open work permit after the graduation, you won't be able to extend, you won't be able to reapply for another PGWP. The only option left is the closed work permit. So if any one of you are already in Canada and wanted to apply for this program, they are eligible to get the closed work permit. So after that, you will get a 2 years closed work permit. The moment you receive your physical copy of your work permit, you can directly apply for the PR application. So in this whole process, there are two levels involved. One is provincial level, second is federal level. So provincial level will give you approval of provincial nominee program and the work permit. And after the work permit, you will apply in the federal level immigration program, which is PR. So you will apply for the PR. You don't need experience. You don't need any CRS score. You don't need anything else. If you have a valid work permit, you can directly apply. Right away, you can apply for the PR, and that PR process takes nearly 6 months to 24 months. So recently, we interviewed few students, and they got approval of PR in 6 months. One student got in 9 months, another student got in 11 months. So on average, the approval, of the PR coming within 15 months. Sorry, 15 months, and then you will become a PR. This is a whole journey for both CC and ECE. Yes, please. Next. Again, I think we discussed this already, like how you will apply for your visa stuff, and Skynet will also guide you on this.
Of course.
So I think we need to discuss the accommodation quickly, and then we can take Q&A.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, we already discussed about all this kind of questions. So
Yeah, living
about
cost. Yeah.
yeah, some expenses in Halifax. As a person who lives in Halifax, I can say it's more affordable than like other big cities in Canada. So here you can see some kind of current tariffs that we have, for example, for bus pass. So in Halifax, actually, we don't have metro. We have ferries and we have bus transportation. But buses are very nice. They coming on time. So we have a schedule in Google Maps, so it's fine. You see the monthly bus pass here in the price. SIM card, you see that how much it can cost. Grocery stores. So by the way, maybe you know, if you learn some information about Canada, you know that international students in Canada are eligible to some kind of food bank. For example, yeah, one bi-weekly, if I'm not mistaken, basis. I know that some few students sometimes use this in our college, but I think it's good. And also we have, because you are a student in Halifax, you also have some kind of, you will have the student ID card, yeah, and grocery stores. They do some kind of Tuesday student discounts. But now, for example, what I noticed, they do this kind of discounts every day. So 10% discount for students in Halifax for all supermarkets. We have two main grocery stores so here, but I think it's like everywhere. Now, accommodation, very important question, yeah, because it's some kind of essential issue. So you can see the range of accommodation. I think that the highest one is a 4 bed for some kind of fancy bedroom apartment,
I
two
can move to
or
the
one
next.
bedroom apartment. Yeah,
Move the
okay, good,
slide.
good.
It's still
Yeah,
showing the
so yeah,
Halifax. Yeah.
good. So about accommodation, we offer homestay. It's a single rooms accommodation together with that, and it's packaged with meals, 3 meals usually, or 2 meals. And also we do have residence. It's some kind of new for this year. It's fully furnished. Everything is included already. So you see the price for single room, as I said, yeah. So for residences and double room as well as shared. So if you need accommodation, just let
Let
Skynet
us, yeah.
agent
Yeah,
know.
let us
Yeah.
know, or the
Mhm.
Skynet team. And then the good thing is all of our accommodations,
Yeah,
some accommodations are by walk distance, some
yeah.
accommodation you need to take bus, but within 30 minutes of the
Yes.
duration from the campus.
Uh,
So this is how
mhm,
it looks like. It's very wonderful,
mhm.
very beautiful. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a walking distance from the campus here. Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah, so
think
that's all.
we finished.
So I think, Aika, you covered a lot of questions already. So let me quickly.
You know what questions? For example, the last one, Tinoza Aigbede, she asks, I mean, like work placement offered by Oxford that we have work placements in our curriculum. Are they like full-time, part-time, on temporary contract?
Sorry, which question?
So remember we were talking about work placements during our courses, yeah?
Yeah, so work
And
placement is part of the program. So I think you can just do not share your screen now, so just cancel it.
mhm.
So work placement is part of your program, and it's unpaid, as I mentioned. So you cannot compare work placement with job. This is not a job. This is your part of your studies. And I mentioned we provide 100% support for the work placement. Yeah, like internship, co-op. So there are different names of this work placement, but we also provide support for your job opportunities, your career aspirations, but we are unable to schedule your interviews with the employers, or we cannot. I mean, we will help you to resume building. We will help you to prepare your interviews, like how to answer questions in the interview, because in Canada, the interview process is entirely different than all other countries. So yeah, so this is how we are committing. So I just want to address one question. I think someone got offended of my I said like Africa as a fraudulent region. I don't want to offend anybody here. My apologies if you take it wrong. So we have seen fraudulent activities from many regions, even inside Canada as well. So I'm not targeting Africa, to be honest. So my apologies if I got you offended. Um, is Nigeria exempted from English? Yes, it is. And so I think you can just read out the questions and
Mhm.
I will address if
Yes,
anything
for
is
sure.
unattended questions or unanswered questions. So
Uh,
I can.
very often question is that can students bring dependents with them? I think it's still possible. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
you
we need to
cannot
check.
because now Canada IRCC changed a lot of policies. At the
Yeah.
moment, you can only bring your dependent if you are studying in masters, if I'm not mistaken. If you are studying at diploma, certificate level, or bachelor's, even bachelor's level, you cannot. Just the master's degree student can bring their dependents. So this is how they changed. But when you get the status, when you get the PR, because it's usually it's taking nearly 2 years from study to getting a PR. So just 2 years you can be. I know I'm not trying to say like it's a family discrimination, but you if you have to achieve something, you have to sacrifice on something. The moment you got your status in Canada, then you can bring them here, and they will come here directly as a permanent resident once you got the PR. So that's your own. Strategy how you want to plan for your future, but at the moment you cannot bring dependents in Canada on a work permit. Also, can I work while studying? Yes,
Very
legally you
popular
are
question.
allowed to work, but again, both programs are very committed. So if you got a chance to on weekend, if you got a time or chance to work, so you can definitely you can work part-time. Um,
There was a question like, what makes student eligible for maximum scholarship amount of 5K Canadian dollars?
Yeah, that is five. If you are in Nigeria or any African country, so maximum scholarship is $5,000. As I mentioned earlier, in most of the cases, we approved maximum award. I mean, we understand like the exchange rate and the difference in the currencies. So we always try to help our students in their financial capacity, but this is the maximum limit we can offer you $5,000. If you are inside Canada, you will get additional $500. So yeah. So also, I think
What
someone asked about the eligibility of Nova Scotia nominee program international grant. Eligibility, I think it's very simple. If you are a graduate of CCA or ECE and holding a full-time job offer, minimum 30 hours per week, then you can apply for the provincial nominee program international graduate in demand stream.
There is also a question about working during the program. Am I allowed to work 20 hours a week? Students asking.
Yeah, as per the IRCC regulations, so according to our knowledge, now student can work maximum 24 hours in a week. So you cannot work full time. You can only work maximum 24 hours. Yeah, so you can work. There is another good question. So
Mhm.
eligibility criteria for the Nova Scotia nominee program international graduate demand stream requires a valid work permit before applying. How can graduate student get this when the college is not? I think you're mixing some information here. Let me answer this question. So you don't need a valid work permit. You need a valid study permit to apply provincial nominee program along with your certificate of CCA or ECE, whichever program you studied, plus job offer. Certificate, job offer, valid study permit, and then you will apply the provincial nominee program. Your question, the college is not eligible for PGWP. Yes, that's true. And in this PNP process, you do not require any PGWP eligibility. It is a separate case. So PGWP is, I mean, is a open work permit you will get from mostly universities and colleges, public colleges, and that is automatically you get the PGWP, right? Private college, especially the career colleges, do not have PGWP options, but this is not linked with this stream. So don't get confuse yourself. So it's a separate stream of PGWP. So you don't need a PGWP in order to apply a PNP, in other words. Okay. So you just need a job offer. And based on that job offer, you will apply and you will get approval, and then you will get a work permit. And that work permit is not a PGWP. That work permit is a closed work permit. So you can only, the employer who's sponsoring you or giving you a job offer, you can only work for that employer. So how many graduates have actually transitioned from this PR to, we have many cases. So you can find a lot of videos on YouTube, success stories. If we talk about our recent graduates in 2024, I met nearly 7 or 8 students who got PR. Obviously, we cannot meet all of those students. There are sometimes they are working outside of Halifax, like 2 hours away, 3 hours away, but we are in contact with all those students. So they always share their success stories with us. So we have a very good track record. So I can say nearly 70% or above student got the PR since we started this program.
Yes, and I can say, I'm so sorry, yeah, just some kind of additional information about you guys. So you know that CCA program, they actually they potentially targeting our provincial nominee program in Nova Scotia for international in demand, okay? International students in demand. This is why students who come for this program, they mostly also have some long-term plans in Canada, right? So it means that actually almost every graduate who successfully graduated from our program and secured their job offer and eligible for PNP program, it means that they mostly successful permanent residents right now. Yeah. So just it's not just only about studies. Yeah, it's about your career in the field.
Yeah, someone asked about the work placement is full-time or part-time. It's a full-time because you are not studying during the placement time. So you are going, it's a proper shift. So maybe you are going in the morning shift or evening shift or night shift. So it's a full-time unpaid work placement because you are learning now how to deal with the patients, how to work with the seniors, how to work with the certified CCAs or nurses. So this is a full-time work placement. Uh, and someone also asked about, does the job offer means full-time employment or could, yeah, it should be full-time. But I mean, if you're getting a part-time, so still you can find your ways like how to apply, because again, we are not the immigration expert, so you can get an advice from the immigration consultant on that part. But 99% you need a full-time job. Yeah. Application fee, I think I can mention. I think we covered all the questions, right? And again,
Yes.
if anyone have a question, so maybe unmute your mic if a host can allow you, so you can unmute your mic and ask the questions. Just last couple of questions we can take, and then we will end this session.
Can do
Yeah.
that for everyone who still has question or they need more clarification, just signify. I will ask you to unmute and ask your question. So if you have any,
Yes, anyone have questions, please unmute your mic and ask your question.
Morenike, let me, okay. Please unmute your mic, Morenike, and ask your question. I also noticed a Tinosa, she was asking it, or he or she was asking a lot of questions, and I hope all your questions have been answered. If you still need more clarification, please signify by raising your hand. Yes, Morenike, please go ahead with your question.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, louder.
Yes.
All right. Like I came in late because I couldn't connect on time. So I want to ask about the program. I heard it's a 1-year program and also job something like unpaid for the job. Like I don't understand that. I need more clarification on that.
Okay. Yeah, so better late than never. I understand you joined late, so you missed a lot of important part. So your answer, to be honest, the question is a bit longer. So just to reiterate quickly in less than a minute, so we have two programs. One is 6 months and another is 1 year. One is CCA, Continuing Care Assistant Certificate, and we have Early Childhood Education Diploma. So both programs offer you 100% work placement opportunity, which is part of the program, in which once you go for your work placement, so most likely is you will get a real job offer, like full-time job offer from the employers where you are working for your work placement. So work placement is your part of program, which is unpaid. But afterwards, if any employer offer you a job, based on that job offer, you can apply your provincial nominee program. I hope this is a recorded session, so you can have a recording as well at the end of this program, so you can listen that as well. So I think just quickly, this is how I want to answer your question.
Okay.
All right, thank you very
Yes.
much.
Anyone else?
Do you
Yeah.
have anyone else?
Yes, I have a question.
All right, please go ahead.
Yeah, for the additional certifications for the early childhood education diplomas, I know Usman said we have 4 mandatory certifications. So for the other 2 additional certifications, are they still included in the program?
Yes, correct. So for mandatory, which means without those certificates, you cannot do any job. So, but that is included in your tuition fee. We are not charging anything extra for those mandatory certificates or on top of the additional 2 certificates. Everything is included in your tuition fee, and you don't need to give any exam like CCA. So, yeah, so it's included.
All right, thank you very much. Sir, do you still have more questions, or does that answer your question? Please, if you have more questions, please signify by raising your hand.
Yeah, just raise your hand, so we will ask you to unmute. So and then we can take questions for next 5 minutes if you have a question. So please don't shy. Whatever type of questions you can ask, there's no judgment, so you can ask anything. I understand it's sometimes you need to grasp such information, So I think we have another question from Maureen K.
Yeah. Renegade, please unmute and ask your question.
Okay, I understand that the unpaid.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. The program is splitted. Like I work in the class for 4 months, then 6 months, like internship, right? That's unpaid. That's for 1 year. So after then, will I get a job that I will be paid, I will receive salary? That's after a year, after I've completed the program. Will I be allowed to work and get some pay?
Okay, so I think you were talking about early childhood education program, right?
Yes, early childhood or the other one.
Yeah, so the work placement you are doing in early childhood program is 550 hours in total. So you can calculate how many months it will be, but it's total 550 hours. So we divided into 4 segments. So you have 4 total placements. So whatever, for example, whatever you study, you will go into the placement and implement your theoretical knowledge into your practical knowledge, and again come back to study, and then again go to the placement. So this is how we are preparing students for their career journey. And your question is about the pay. So the placements are unpaid because that is part of your program. But again, I think I mentioned many times. So once you get a job offer from any of the placement provider, so then you will definitely able to get a pay from that employee. So they will gonna pay you. So the minimum wage for so Aika, do you know the minimum age for early childhood educators? Minimum per hour?
Yes, of course. Yes. I think because Marinike, she was late, so she didn't see our range salary. Yeah, so for level 2 diploma EC educators, right? So it starts from $25 per hour. It's starting salary.
Okay.
Of course, it depends on the skills, negotiations, and the job position, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. I hope we answer your question. So I think Brian unmute many times, so maybe we can take a question from Brian.
Brian, kindly unmute and ask your question.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, there is this international fee, student fee, which is $5,000 for a scholarship. And also there is this fee for the application, tuition fee. Are they separate or they all charged together?
Okay, what a good question. So our total fee is $21,000. That includes everything. That includes the application fee, includes the co-op fee, material fee, uniform fee. Everything is included in $21,000. But you will get a scholarship of $5,000. So the 5,000 will reduce your fee from 21 to $16,000. Okay. So this is what you are getting or you are paying in total. So out of 16, initially you will make a $1,000 payment in order to schedule your screening interview of the program. Once you make that payment, we will schedule your interview, and once you pass the interview, then the admissions team will ask you to pay a $10,000. So you already paid 1,000 and afterwards you will pay 10,000. So it will make total of $11,000 out of 16,000. So the remaining 5,000 you can pay once you come to Canada in installments. So I hope everything is clear now. Any installments they can pay, sorry?
We have a question from Etinoza. Is it compulsory to get the CCA certification before securing a job?
No.
Securing a job? No.
No.
You can negotiate about your job before you graduate.
So what happens? So when you graduate, we sent a list of students to the regulatory body who's conducting the exam, right? So college will give you a letter like your exam has been scheduled, for example, May 5th. Your name, your date of birth, or your all personal information with the scheduled exam date, and that letter you can keep it with you. But it's not mandatory to get a full-time job offer. It's not mandatory to apply for the PNP. But without that exam, you cannot become a certified CCA. So it's a very sensitive area. So you have to pass that exam to become a certified CCA in order to work properly.
All right. Thank you very much, Usman. Do we have any more questions before we round up for the day? Any more questions? Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Usman. Thank you very much, Aika, for the wonderful presentation. And thank you everyone for joining. After this presentation, after today's session, for those that will be interested in applying to Oxford International Career College, please reach out to us at info@skynetconsult.com or any of our social media platforms, info@skynetconsult.com, info@unicollegelink.com. Please reach out to us and we'll provide you with maximum support that you need in applying to Oxford International Career College. Thank you everyone for joining. If you have any more questions, please reach out to us. Please do not forget to reach out to us. We'll be happy to take your questions, your inquiries, and get you to Oxford International Career College. Thank you everyone, and do enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
all.
Have a good
Thank
evening.
you all for being part of today's session. Thanks again for joining, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Again, please reach out to Skynet team if you have any questions or if you want to apply. We still have a May intake open for CCA, and then we have a June intake for ECE, so you can apply as soon as possible. And again, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day and weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.